Now, let's tell you that it is barely 11 hours to the commencement of a 5-day warning strike planned by resident doctors, but the federal government appears not to be keeping mute on the matter. In a swift reaction to the planned industrial action, the federal government described the move as unnecessary. Briefing journalists in Abuja, the Labour Minister, Chris Ngige, said the parent body of the association, that's the Nigerian Medical Association, is already engaging with relevant government agencies on the issue. He said NMA is discussing with the Federal Ministry of Health, Salaries, Income and Wages Commission, and the Ministry of Labour and Employment. Mr. Ngige further stated that NMA has accepted a salary increase between 25% and 30% across board for their members. Worried by the alleged failure of the federal government to meet its demands, the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors on Monday declared a 5-day warning strike. The decision to down tool was taken after the doctors' extraordinary National Executive Council meeting held virtually. Meanwhile, the president of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, Emeka Oji, was live on TVC News at 12, where he made known the decision of the association. Let's listen in.
The reason I took my time to enumerate the demands we placed on the table is for, we are all Nigerians. I was specific in those demands. They have been in the public space. Let them provide evidence that they have met those demands. 2023 MRTF has still not been paid. The upper review of consolidated medical salary structure, which the set-up committee in the Ministry of Health last year, in fact, throughout this year, they didn't even meet. So the circular has not come out. There is this brain drain committee that was set up last year by the Ministry of Health to fashion a way of reducing the time it takes to employ clinical staff who are leaving the system in droves. And that because what we have now is that for you to employ any clinical staff in the federal institution, it will take you not less than 8 months because of the bureaucratic bottleneck. So that committee resolved and came up with a guideline that reduced that time it takes to employ clinical staff to 3 months. The report of the committee was submitted in February this year. 3 months later, the circular is yet to come out. These things are specific. I'm talking about specific things. They have not been addressed. We have salary areas of 2015, 2016, right, and 2014. We have issues in our state tertiary health institutions. Right. The bill by Honorable Ghanaian has still not been withdrawn. So
well, it has, because a report, it has. That bill has been withdrawn. A report this afternoon that I saw, the federal government has described that bill as unworkable. And so that seemed to have been thrown out as it stands.
Withdrawn. If they have withdrawn it, they should give us evidence. It's even good.
And let's turn to other matters. In exactly 12 days from now, Nigeria will have a new administration to be led by the president-elect Bola Tinubu. And to ensure a seamless inauguration and transition of power from one civilian administration to the other, the Inspector General of Police is warning aggrieved persons or parties that lost out of the presidential election against attempts to frustrate the presidential inauguration ceremony. IGP Usman Alkali says some political actors are bent on engaging extra-judicial means to advance their interest in a manner that questions their overall intention. Sifon Essien reports.
Preparations are in top gear for the presidential inauguration ceremony scheduled for May the 29th. But with the preparations come the concern by the police authorities over the activities of persons or political parties over the transition program.
It has been observed that some major political actors that the outcome did not favor have been issuing public threats that are directed at instigating actions to frustrate the presidential inauguration ceremony on the 29th of May.
He says such actions are capable of truncating the democratic process and causing chaos.
We will defend our democracy at all costs. The 29th May 2023 date for the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and indeed other inauguration ceremonies at national and state level, is sacrosanct. We shall undertake this task optimally and manifestly. Anybody that stands in the way will be identified, promptly isolated, and brought to deserve justice in the overriding interests of our national security and stable political order.
The police chief's warning is coming at a time the police in Lagos have taken custody of Afrobeat musician Seun Kuti for allegedly assaulting a police operative. Sifon Asian, TVC News, Abuja.
And still ahead of the presidential inauguration, the venue team of the Bola Tinubu Inauguration Transition Committee has visited Eagle Square, that's the venue of the 29th of May ceremony. They were at the venue to inspect ongoing renovation and decoration. They also met with other committees handling various aspects of the national event. And as a new president takes the oath of office, the committee says preparations have been top-notch and all elements to organize and contribute to the success of the civilian-to-civilian transition are in place. Members of the committee see the Inauguration Day event as the beginning of a new dispensation that would improve the well-being of citizens, grow the economy, and ensure the safety of lives and property.
We are actually here to view the venue, the parade ground, in preparation of the swearing-in of the President-elect, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. If you can look around, you see that there's a lot of renovation work that's going on. Everyone all over the world is preparing to come to Nigeria to come and witness the swearing-in of the next president of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. There's construction work going on, as we can all see. So I'm guessing in the next couple of days, the stage is going to be set for the swearing-in of the next president. Well, this is strictly a military affair. So definitely when you have a military affair, swearing-in of the president, there's going to be security measures in place. We've also gotten intelligence that some individuals are not comfortable with the emergence of the president that was actually overwhelmingly elected by the masses. But we have to forge forward as a country, and the next president has assured everyone that their noise and their disgruntlement would actually be addressed.
I would like to assure you and the general public that everything is in place. Both the protocol committee, the security, combined with the transport and logistics, where all our hands are on deck to see that every guest is being well taken care of. So as they land Nigeria, we are going to take care of them from wherever they landed. Any airport they are, we'll take them to their various accommodations, both us and the protocol committee, and make sure they attend the inauguration come 29th May, inshallah.
In the meantime, the United States says it has taken steps to impose visa restrictions on specific individuals in the country for undermining the democratic process during the just concluded 2023 general elections. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced the development in a statement on Monday. Mr. Blinken clarified that the sanctions were specific to certain individuals and not the Nigerian people or the government as a whole. He said the affected persons had been involved in voter threats, result manipulation, physical violence, and other activities that undermined democracy. According to Mr. Blinken, the visa ban was the United States' commitment to supporting Nigeria's aspirations to strengthen the rule of law. He said, quote, "The United States is committed to supporting and advancing democracy in Nigeria and around the world," end quote.